Hey team, welcome back to the channel. It has been a red hot minute since I've made your mindset video, and I felt so compelled to make this video because I had this conversation a couple of times this week, and I just know that this video is for you. If you've ever said the words, I want to lose weight because I want to feel good about myself, or I want to feel happy, right? This is one of the most common goals that people tell me when they come onto my 12-week program or when I'm coaching them one-to-one. They always say, I want to lose X amount of weight because I want to feel good about myself by this amount of time. I'm here to tell you, I'm here to break the bad news to you. It's also good news, but losing weight will not make you happy. Losing weight will not make you happy. You know what will? The process of losing weight, because it is not about you looking a specific way that you think will make you happy. It is all about the time, the commitment, the consistency, the patience, and the belief in yourself that it took to get up every single day and inch yourself closer and closer to feeling good about yourself. That's where the real magic is. It is not that you magically lost all this weight and then all of a sudden happiness appeared. It doesn't happen like that. Happiness happens when you work on yourself, when you take action to step you closer towards something that you value. And when you value yourself and you feel like, yes, I deserve to get up and feel good. Yes, I deserve to eat the good food. And as a result of those consistent actions, you feel better about yourself, you feel more confident. It is because of the process. It isn't because of the way you look. And it is a huge, huge mind, I want to say that word, for people to think that when they lose weight, they're going to be happy, because that's not necessarily the case. I'm going to be dead set honest with you. When I started my journey in health and fitness, I trained for all the wrong reasons. And I believed that it's hard to even say. I believed that if I looked a certain way, that my boyfriend at the time wouldn't cheat on me and wouldn't leave me. That's dead set the honest truth. I was really young and really, really naive and definitely wasn't sure of myself, and I was terribly insecure. And I believed that he deserved the kind of girl that looked a certain way, that looked like she had a bikini body, like the ones that you see in magazines and things like that. So I totally punished myself because I believed that the happiness of my relationship would be found, and happiness with myself would be found when I looked a certain way. When I finally got there, I actually just moved the goalposts, and I found something else to fix, or something else that wasn't right, or another reason why things wouldn't work out. And the truth was, I was just in the wrong relationship. Okay, wasn't actually working on myself. It wasn't the process, because it wasn't the right process. I wasn't untangling what was going on up here. I weighed 49 kilos at one stage. 49 kilos. I'm a very short person, so it's not dramatically underweight, but it's also not, the way that I was doing it wasn't that healthy, because I was over exercising, I was doing lots and lots of cardio. Now, if this sounds like you, if you feel like your happiness is going to be determined by your weight, you've got to stop now, okay? Because it's actually the process of taking care of yourself and making small deposits into what I like to call your emotional bank account. I'm gonna do another video on that, because it's something that I also talk to my clients about. That is the stuff that makes you happy. Investing in yourself and taking care of yourself makes you happy. It's not the outcome. The outcome is just a result or a byproduct of all the things that you have been doing to take care of yourself. And that's why you might see some people that have really, really worked hard on themselves, and they're very, very consistent, they treat their body well, and you think, shit, they're really, really confident. It's not because they look a certain way, it's because they've invested and they've gone through a process that shows to themselves that they are worthy of the time to hit the gym or move their body or to prepare healthy food. And when you feel like everything else comes before you, like you're looking after everybody else, you're staying at work late, and you're like, I just don't have time to look after me, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong, because even if you find that magic pill, or even if you do that challenge that you shred and you look a certain way at the end, if it's not sustainable and you haven't unplugged or untangled what's going on up here, you won't find happiness. I believed happiness was found in abdominals. Yes, I did. I thought if I had one of those 6-packs and it looked like the girls from like the bikini ads, life was gonna be good. It wasn't. I was dead set miserable, and I was really, really anxious around different types of food. I was anxious around going to social occasions. I would like go out and party heaps and then not eat, because I was worried about the amount of alcohol I'd consumed and how many calories that was. Unhealthy. I didn't love myself, but I also didn't invest the right time and care into myself either. And because I was in the wrong relationship, I valued the wrong things. Okay, so this is why I want to tell you that your happiness is not going to be found in a magic number on the scale. Ignore the number. Your happiness is not going to be found by looking a certain way, because if you don't work out what's going on here, you're going to keep moving the goalposts, right? You're going to be like, once I get this all tidied, which is what I did, once I thought, oh yeah, I've got the perfect body, I wanted a boob job, because this was like mid 2010-ish, I want to say. Boob jobs were a thing, lots of my friends were getting them, and I was like, you know what, I'll get one of those because it'll make me feel good. I didn't end up getting one of those, I could not afford it, but you start to look for other things that you just don't like about yourself, believing that if you change that, do that, be that person, which is not you, that you're going to feel happy. And that's not where it's found. Happiness is found in investing in yourself and taking care of yourself. So I'm going to ask you a really hard hitting question, and it's often what I ask my clients, and I'm going to give it to you because it is a golden tool that you don't have to use just in terms of weight loss. You can use it with relationships, career, friendships. What is it that you really, really want, right? Ask yourself that for a second. It's probably not the weight loss. It's probably not the relationship with XYZ man that looks XYZ. It's that you want to be happy and you want to feel good. And are you taking the necessary steps to get there? Are you going through the right process to ensure that by the time that you get that specific thing that you're really dreaming about, that you think that you really want, that you're going to be truly happy, right? Because some people think, if I'm in a relationship, I'm going to be happy. I won't be lonely. But if you're in the relationship with the wrong person that makes you feel lonely, and if you don't love yourself, then nobody else can really love you too, then that's not what you really want, right? If you want the dream job, but you don't want to go and get the degree, you're not really going to want it. And those things just don't land in our lap. I like to think about the last really, really big thing that I saved for. It could be a materialistic thing. It could be when you saved for a house or when you saved for a car. You probably didn't just get it unless you won it in the lottery, which doesn't happen to many of us, or unless you were very, very lucky and you had generous parents that gave you the money. When you are given something and you don't have to work for it, you generally don't appreciate it as much because you don't understand its value. And your health and your body is almost the same. Not in every case, but when you work hard to maintain something, or when you exchange time, energy, and money for something, then you really, really appreciate its value because you know how hard you had to work to get there. Like when you save for a deposit for a house, you had to work so hard, you had to sacrifice, and you had to say no to certain things in order to save up enough money to do something. Now, that being said, health and fitness can be exactly the same, but there is a balance. Because think of it like this. When you were saving for your house deposit, if you've done that yet, or your car, or your holiday, or whatever it was that you wanted, just that you didn't work for 365 days straight. You would have had a day off in there. You would have had a rest day. There would have been times and special occasions that you would have been like, I can afford to spend money on that. Your health and your fitness is the same, right? So you want to find that really, really nice balance. It's not all or nothing. Nothing ever is, because that's not healthy either. You can't be committed 365 days where you are on fire, lifting weights, only eating like your vegetables and proteins and your carbs when you need them. No. It doesn't work like that, because that doesn't equate to happiness either, because it's not balanced. So when you're working out what it is that you really want, think about that it's the feeling that you really want. And that is across the board, no matter what you're doing. You want to feel a certain way by getting a specific outcome. But if the outcome comes too quickly, you won't get that satisfaction that you want. If it comes too easily, you won't understand the feeling of achievement or that sense of investment. And if you don't appreciate or value it because you didn't put in the hard yards or the hard work or the time or the energy, you're probably not going to get what you were searching for anyway. So the magic you are seeking is in the work you are avoiding. It is one of my favorite all-time quotes. And sometimes that means in health and fitness or relationships or careers, it means dealing with the heavy shit, okay? Like if you are looking for a really, really great relationship, but you are still scarred from your old one, if you don't do that work, your next relationship is going to suffer. And chances are the person that you're going to be dating is going to pay for someone else's mistakes because you haven't healed those old wounds. I know that personally from experience, and unpacking that baggage was hard. It took a long time. It took a lot of mistakes, but I did it. And I had a similar process when I was trying to get my health and fitness under control, because I believed that happiness was found in a certain body type, in a certain look, and I realized that it wasn't. So this is going to be like my gift to you. This is how you can start unpacking and understanding your mindset around what do you really, really want. You've got to ask yourself that, because if you say you want one thing, like I want to lose weight or I want to get healthy, but Monday to Thursday you do all the right things, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday you live that you only live once, or doesn't matter, I'll start again on Monday, then what is it that you really want? How badly do you really want it? You really want something when you are consistent and persistent and determined to put in the time 90% of the time, okay? There's always going to be that 10% fluctuation because you don't want to be unbalanced, because like I said, that's not healthy. You don't work for 700 days in a row and get your house deposit. It doesn't work like that, because you will burn out. So you've got to think about these things. What is it that I really, really want? Dig back peel the layers of the onion back, okay? And think, is it that I really want to lose weight, or is it that I want to feel more confident about myself? Is it that I want to feel worthy? Do I want to feel physically good and mentally good? Because if that's the case, it's not the weight at all that you want to lose, right? And that's not really happiness. It's not going to be found in the weight loss thing. It's going to be found in the journey. If you really, really, really want the house deposit, you're going to have to work hard, right? You're going to have to sacrifice, and you're going to say no to certain things, and you're going to be flexible on that and be okay with it. Cool. And if you really want that dream career, then chances are you might have to study, or you might have to get a mentor, or you might have to sacrifice and work in a lower paying job until you can work your way up to the higher paying job. But once you get there, the rewards and the results are incredibly worth it because of the lessons that you have learned and you've grown as a person. It is all about the growing as a person as opposed to the results of something. What is it that you really want for 2022? Write it down and then peel it back. Do this process. It's the feeling that you're searching for from those specific outcomes, and then work back from that. What is it that you can do each and every day in the smallest of ways that are going to inch you further and further towards that? We are incredibly motivated when we take big explosive action, but that motivation dies off. So you've got to be disciplined, and being disciplined means understanding the little ways every day that you can implement certain things to keep stepping you towards the goal, even when you sort of go off the path a little bit, if that makes sense. So what I mean by that is that you don't have to be perfect with your diet and exercise every single day, because life happens, but you can drink water every day. You can go for a walk and get your steps up in every way you can. You can choose healthy food. They all still get you to a specific goal of feeling good and looking good, but you might have to, when you can, include the training XYZ. You're not going to study every single day of your life, because it's not going to speed up the process of you getting your dream job, but you can get a mentor, or you can volunteer, or you can read for half an hour a day on the topic that's going to help you get more education, right? See where I'm going? Think about what you want for 2022, because I can tell you anything you want, you can have, but you just have to work for it. You have to be patient. You have to be consistent, and you have to really know why you want it. So friends, that is my little mindset tip for you today. What is it that you really want? And your happiness is not going to be found in your weight. It is in the process. So I'm going to be launching a whole bunch of new programs in 2022. So keep an eye on my Instagram at UberFit, and also the website, because there's a whole bunch of new stuff coming to help you guys unpack. It's not just my 12-week program anymore, because I realize there's so many more people that want help with just their mindset stuff. So I'm going to pop in a whole bunch of other courses that I'm working on over the next couple of months. So stay tuned. Keep watching these videos. If this is the kind of stuff that you want to see, hit the like button, maybe even a little subscribe, because I'm going to be uploading a whole lot more than what I used to now that I'm in between my client programs. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys so much more, and big love. I'm going to see you in the next workout on the mat or on this couch. Well, not this specific couch because I'm staying somewhere at the moment, but on the couch very soon for more chats. Big love.